Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Sylvie Savage, and I am a pet wellness advisor. I help families and pet caregivers with a multitude of different challenges that they may have, from spirituality to nutrition, and just maybe helping them through some difficult times that they're having, and supporting them in that journey. Now, for those of you who are new to this channel, please subscribe, like, share, and for those of you who are back, welcome. I'm very excited that you're here. Now, I realize that the videos that I've been making more recently, like now, are very different than the way I used to make them, but I feel very good about it, and I've been given some advice by my niece to do this a little more authentically and less professional, because people really are looking for a connection, and so am I. So why not just keep it real, right? So that's what I'm doing. Now, today I want to talk to you about something that I came to understand or explore last year, I guess it was. It's spiritual, and it's about karma. The thing is that before I started working with animals in this capacity, I was very pragmatic. I still am, but very professional, and I held a very strong professional face in behavior. And the reason for that was because I wanted to be taken seriously, and I wanted to be credible to the things that I say, and I want people to understand that I'm not, flaky or whatever. And so over the last few years, I've had a lot of spiritual experiences which kind of have freaked me out, because, how credible is spirituality, right? Especially when you're a professional, my soul is my partner. Like, who wants to hear that in a business meeting? which in reality I did say one time, and the person I was talking to was a lawyer, and they were just like, okay. Anyways, that's another lifetime ago. It's another story. But anyways, because I'm trying to evolve, obviously, as a person and as a support person to you, I have to explore these different avenues. And so sometimes I get a little freaked out by how deep I get when it comes to spirituality, which is just a part of what I'm doing, but nevertheless, it freaks me out. So I ask for validation. Can you please validate me in helping me understand that I am on the right path? Because, speaking with spirit and understanding those things is not typical. So I get, like I said, I get a little freaked out. Anyways, so this one time I was trying to understand and validate. I wanted validation about a specific thing, and it was about, intellectual spirituality and capabilities, and all this kind of stuff, and what does it mean. And a girlfriend of mine came over for dinner and gave me this book, and it's called Seed of the Soul by Gary Zukov. I didn't know who he was. This is what he looks like. He's like a nice, like a super nice man, right? I didn't know who he was. I'd never heard of him before. I Googled him and Oprah Winfrey are good friends, and it's an interesting story. And his ideas are not about animals. They're not about pets. They're about humans and our soul and how we live this life, this physical life here. And he tries to help us understand truly what is the meaning of it, and how are you responsible for all these things that you do. So it's a great read. But what I did with this book is I actually applied what he was saying, but to pets, to my dogs especially, because for me the best way to learn and to understand things is to actually apply them to real things, so that I can connect the dots. I'm I'm a simple thinker, in the sense that it needs to make sense simply. Otherwise, if it's too complicated and you need to understand, the ins and outs of whatever, I'm not interested. So for me, being able to apply this knowledge to my dogs is really what inspired me to pursue even further spirituality in our pets, but also intellectually our pets, how they think and what they're responsible for and the choices that they make and all that kind of stuff. So I spent about 4 months full time writing and reading and thinking and creating and developing ideas that really are helpful for our relationship with our dogs. So in this research and study that I did, something that came up for me, which was really interesting, was karma. And I'll read you a passage of what he says about karma. I mean, it's a whole chapter, so this is a very small piece of it. The law of karma is an impersonal energy dynamic. When its effects are personalized, that is, experienced from the viewpoint of the personality, they are experienced as reversal in a direction, a coming back to the intender of the energy of his or her intention. So what he's saying is that your intention is really the karma. So cause and effect. If your intention is to send out love, you receive love. If anger, And so this is just a very small part of the chapter. It's much deeper than that. But it got me thinking about intention and cause and effect. And do our dogs, pets, have intention that are based on cause and effect? And what I mean by that is, like, for me, when I think about, a decision that I make and how it affects someone else, I understand pretty much the intention, right? I want this person to feel good. So I'm not going to be judgmental or angry or responsive in a way that isn't supportive, because I want them to feel good, right? And I don't want to send out negative energy in the world. It's not my intention. My intention is to just send out as much positive energy and supportive energy as I can within my ability, right? And that's really my life choice. I don't know, maybe they agree? That's what it is. I think we have someone at the door. Anyway, their choice right now is not, oh, I feel like upsetting my mom by yelling. Their choice is, I think someone's coming up the stairs, Mom. Can you look into that? It's very different than what maybe we think. Anyways, to get back on track about choice and what we put out in the world and our intention. Our dogs, I don't think can say like, oh, I'm going to go with this person, because they have a way bigger backyard. And you know what? That's kind of where I'm at. I want to have a bigger backyard. I deserve it. Or oh, I hope for Christmas, I get a new bed. Like they don't have that kind of intention and that kind of awareness, of self-awareness. They're more in the moment and instinctual. Not that they don't love and they don't fear and all of those things, but to elevate it a little further to say, hey, you know what? When I do this, if I change the way that I'm managing myself, then I'm gonna get more food. Or I should stop eating because I'm getting kind of fat. Like they don't have this kind of intention and this kind of awareness like we do. They don't have those choices, right? Humans have choice. They are elevated in that way, right? Not everyone uses those choices, but we all have the ability to, whereas our pets do not. And so if you don't have the ability to make a choice with an intention of the outcome, right? Like if I treat my partner in a bad way, I'm going to cause them some bad feelings. They don't have that. Like if a dog bites you, are they like, you know why I bit you? Because I don't like you and I'm having a bad day. No, it's not like that. They're protecting themselves. They're scared. They're not thinking intentionally about karma or about, cause and effect. They're just trying to protect themselves. And so do animals have karma? Do our pets have karma? I guess is the question. For me, the answer to that would be no. No, they can't have karma. Just like a baby can't have karma. A baby doesn't intentionally do something to upset you, right? Your responsibility is to support them and protect them and love them and teach them as they learn in this world of what the human rules are, right, in this planet. But, you know, dogs don't ever really surpass that because they don't have well, I mean, they're not like newborn babies. That's not what I mean, you know. I just mean that their ability to actually make a connection intellectually about self is not an option. They don't have that option. They don't have those choices. So anyways, that's my take on karma. That because they don't have the ability to make choices that are based on the outcome, I don't think that they have karma. I know we do. And I mean, Gary Zukov, this Seed of the Soul book, it talks a lot more about the soul and how we're just a fragment of our soul here on earth, of our bigger soul, you know. But in dogs, I'm still not sure if they're part of our soul or they have their own soul or they have a group soul. I'm really not sure about that. I haven't really been able to meet anyone or find any books or anything like that to help me sort of explore that a little further. But anyway, let me know what you think. Do you think dogs have souls? I mean, dogs do have souls, but do you think dogs have karma? And if you do, why? Why do you think they have karma? Like, what is your idea and evolved perception of it? And I'd love to hear about it. So, you know, love to have that conversation. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and let me know what you think. See ya. Bye.